So your graft is here, and you definitely don't want to plant up here. You kind of look where the soil line is, and it looks like ours was about here, so that's exactly where we will be putting our height of the soil line. Sometimes it's easier said than done, depending on if your ground is sloping or not. You can put a piece of wood across your hole and help you line up and that kind of thing. As I mentioned before as well, if you are going to put a stake next to it, you want to try and do that before you put this in, because otherwise when you go to put that stake in, you could damage some of these roots. Dean Family Acres. Hey guys, hope you each are having a wonderful and happy Easter as we remember our Savior being risen. Thanks so much for joining us, and today we will have our red globe peach is what we will have planted. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Don't forget, we actually got this from Ison's Nursery. Their info is linked down below, and if you need any kind of plants, they specialize in muscadines, but they have pretty much anything. I would encourage you to go check them out. So thanks guys, hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Have a blessed one. All right guys, so we're trying to figure out exactly where we're going to put this red globe peach that we got from Ison's Nursery, and I'm trying to kind of think through, because we've got another peach that was volunteer over near where our rabbits are, but it's kind of in a low spot, and traditionally peaches don't like wet feet. So that one's done all right. It could just be because it's from a seed. I'm not really sure. And I also know that sometimes peaches don't like where oak trees have been. There's a large oak here, so I want to try and stay out of the drip line from that tree. It's been here for a very long time, but no others that I know of in this area. There are more of these kind of back into my neighbor's property, etc. There was one right at the corner of our property that had fallen before we purchased the property. I did have to clean that tree up. I do, where the camera is, there's kind of an area where you can kind of come through with a tractor. It's kind of a straight line. Eventually I do want to kind of work something out with some drainage there. It doesn't say super wet, but it is kind of a little bit of a valley. But I want to leave that open to be able to take the tractor back where our sweet potato plot is, and to where we put some other fruits and those kinds of things. So anyway, always kind of thinking through planting where you want to be. Don't want to be too far away from the other peach. Usually peach trees are self-fertile, but it never hurts to have another one nearby just to increase that fruit production. And the other one is also an unknown. I will say, from unboxing this earlier, when we planted our Tenanashi Asian persimmon, this red globe peach looks absolutely wonderful. It's just at the point where it's about to break bud, so it's almost perfect. Probably could have gotten in the ground a couple weeks before, but honestly I think it's absolutely perfect. And it's the shorter one here. This other one is a ruby plum, which will be getting in the ground ASAP as well. So again, I'm talking a whole lot, but just want to kind of make sure that you understand and think through where you want to put your plants. Thinking about, all right, where are you traditionally going to sit? What's it near? I always think about different fruits and edibles from a landscaping perspective, and it's all in the eyes of the designer, and the designer is you. In this case it's me. Sometimes I'll ask what my family thinks, and you know, every once in a while I might get a little bit of a response, but really they don't worry about it. They know it's my hobby and something I'm interested in. So I think what we're going to do is put this red globe in this general vicinity, kind of do some steps and see exactly how far we are, because we've got our American persimmon here, and then our muscadines down on the lower part of the garden. And I don't want to go too far up this direction, because I do want to be able to turn the tractor around, and I don't want this to be in the way. It's currently, it won't be in the way as long as it's on the lower end, but basically just when we till the garden, which ends probably from me to there, if I went straight up, I would say about 20 to 25 feet that direction, and then back over that way. So it's plenty of room to kind of make the turn. Just kind of thinking through and planning that, we thought the same thing when we put those muscadines there with where the garden was, and making sure we're going to have enough room to maneuver the tractor, etc. So let's see if we can get this hole dug, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we got the soil amended with some pine bark soil conditioner and some mushroom compost. As with any plant, you want to pay attention to where your graft is. So your graft is here, and you definitely don't want to plant up here. You kind of look where the soil line is, and it looks like ours was about here, so that's exactly where we will be putting our height of the soil line. Sometimes it's easier said than done, depending on if your ground is sloping or not. You can put a piece of wood across your hole and help you line up and that kind of thing. As I mentioned before as well, if you are going to put a stake next to it, you want to try and do that before you put this in, because otherwise when you go to put that stake in, you could damage some of these roots. Alright, and in order to get this soil level down, I'm going to have to dig this out a little bit more. Alright guys, this is a red globe peach, and according to Ison's, this is okay in zone 5 through 8 and needs 800 chill hours. It produces very large fruit, and a lot of times you kind of recognize that by the name globe, and it's got really cool stripe pattern on the outside. This is a yellow freestone peach, so it should come apart very easily. That pit in the center should not stick. I would recommend, according to Ison's, it says about 18-foot plant spacing. That should be fine. If you think about that plant spacing, you're thinking about how far to the next thing and how far that distance is. So that means that your plant should be approximately 18 feet wide. So if you kind of think about that in a spacing perspective, 15 to 20 feet should be about fine. But kind of thinking about that, say from this persimmon tree here, I spaced this approximately 10 feet from the drip line of the persimmon. So that should be perfect in regards to that spacing. Also thinking about where you're going to be driving, in regards to that tractor coming around, that kind of thing, should be perfectly fine. The sun does come up directly here, straight over the top. So this should get absolutely perfect sun a large majority of the day. Looking forward to seeing how this produces and if it increases our production in our seed grown peach that was in our old chicken coop. Thanks for watching guys, greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell like. That's right, Mike Tyson right on top of this red globe peach tree. So thanks again. Hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed week, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Don't forget to check out Ison's Nursery. I'll link them down below. It's where we got this red globe peach, and greatly appreciate them providing some nice trees, very good quality stock. This is the 3 to 4 foot height tree. Thanks guys, have a good one. Hey guys, appreciate y'all watching the red globe video today. Hopefully it was informative for you, and you check out Ison's Nursery in the description below. Here in just a second, you'll see a video pop up over here and a playlist pop up over here. I encourage you to check out both of those. It might be something that interests you, and or you can find out a little bit more about what we're planning here on our place, or you can subscribe right down below. Y'all have a good one.